The stars are out at the PBA Jimmie Allen Challenge. We're at Bolero Matthews in Matthews, North Carolina. And it's not often I get intimidated upon first meeting someone. But this is Chris Young. He has the stature, he has the voice, and my God, he's got the jacket. And
Thanks,
we're so glad you're here. This is such a fun event. And for us to combine what we love, bowling, with what everybody loves, music, and in this case, country music, is such a treat. We heard your sound check earlier, and it's a unique environment.
Yeah, I can't say I've had a whole lot of opportunities to play on a really cool set in a bowling alley. But I was really glad that Jimmie invited me to be a part of this. Obviously, it's going to be a really cool event. And yeah, like you said, we get to watch some teams compete, do some great bowling. And I lucked out because he was trying to get me to do it. And I'm not a very good bowler at all. I love going out and getting on a lane, but originally he was trying to kind of like sneak me in as one of the competitors. Yeah. And I was like, who else is in this? And he started telling me, I'm like, I don't think I'm good enough to do this. I'll just come and play some music for you.
I've spent some time on the road as a tour manager. One thing that I've learned is athletes are competitive, but so are musicians. And I don't know that I could make the argument that musicians are more competitive than athletes. Do you find that to be true?
Yeah, I don't think any of us likes to lose at anything. I don't know if you can say more competitive just because, when you start talking about pro athletes, just that level of not only professionalism, which is, how they shorten the word, but also just time that they put into it. It's the same amount of time we put into a stage show, right? Which is one of the reasons why I definitely didn't want to bowl against Jimmie, because I see how much time he puts in on a lane. But again, another reason why I'm excited to be here, excited to be a part of the day, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
What is it like to be invited to the Grand Ole Opry?
Man, you know what? I was excited enough that I picked Vince Gill up over my head, which I probably should have asked him first, but there's a photo of me just holding him up in the air. So it's amazingly exciting. I actually played the Opry last night right before we came here. So it's cool to have like back-to-back days of really fun events that aren't normally what you get to do. And being asked to become a member of that family, it's really, the cross-section of the past history of country music and the future all in one place. And yeah, it's just a huge honor to be a part of that family.
And they do such a great job of recognizing the past and taking it into the future. Getting a chance to, as we team up here tonight in doubles competition, to team up with a talent like Jimmie Allen. How does the strengths and weaknesses work when you team up with another creative?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that has been a lot of fun for me. If you look at my last record that I dropped, Famous Friends, we actively made that a thing where I had a bunch of guests on a bunch of different songs. Obviously, the title track, Famous Friends with Kane Brown. There's a song called Music Note that I brought Jimmie in on. There's a bunch of other guests that are on that album. And I think it's awesome when you get to pair two people that maybe their music's a little bit different. Maybe it's pretty similar. You never know. And you go in and you get to create something brand new together. So, yeah. Like I said, when he asked me, I was like, yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, that's great. And final question. Bowlers talk a lot about the process of competing. And what's your musical process to go from idea to paper to performance?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a process, like you said, because, right now I'm in the process of writing a bunch of stuff for the next record. That never really stops. But then you go into the meetings and you kind of do the creative and we go, okay, what's the video going to look like? And then how do I want to transition this to stage? And, are we going to do something special during that song? How's that going to work? And it really does take a little while to get there. Speaking of Jimmie Allen.
There he is, our host. Well, we appreciate you being here. We're looking forward to the music and the bowling and maybe a beverage or two.
Absolutely.